In this video, we are going to be looking at some of Delphyr's viral skincare products. And all these products today happen to resemble some kind of food. If you're wondering about this brand's products, you've come to the right place. Hi, hello, 안녕, Ray입니다. 반갑습니다. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I am Ray, and if you don't know who I am, that's okay because you can find out more about me here on all social media platforms. My skin type is oily, sensitive, reactive, dehydrated. Sometimes, depending on the season, it can also be combination. Kind of like right now. This is like the season. Combination skin right now, oily sometimes, and it's like dry. Right now I feel really dry because it's really hot. But in case you didn't realize, New York City has become a subtropical climate. I think that's what it's officially called now. So as you can see, my hair is it's screaming for help, but it's actually kelp. Alright, so Delphyr is a fairly new skincare brand in Korea right now. I want to say they launched about a year and a half ago, so they are very young. They're like babies. But it is one of those brands that did a dual launch, both in Korea and overseas at the same time. There really isn't much I can find about the origins of this brand, like when it was launched or when the company was established. They're owned by Deep Dive Korea or Deep Dive Company Korea. The only thing I did find out about Delphyr is that Delphyr is a brand that prioritizes in the delivery system of skincare ingredients, and you might have noticed that a lot lately with a lot of brands that are already really well established. When you hear liposomes, you hear exosomes, these are all different delivery systems. Delphyr actually has an entire liposome skincare line, which I will review in another video, so make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss that video. On this channel, I review skincare products so that you can shop with confidence. These products today were sent to me by Delphyr, but I was not paid to talk about these products. I was not paid to make this video at all. As always, everything I say in this video comes from my own personal experiences. With that being said, let's go. 우리 가자. Let's start with this Fresh Matcha Pack Cleansing Powder. I've tried many cleansing powders before, but this is the first time that I've tried one that smells like actual matcha. This product category of powder form cleanser came about because Koreans wanted something that is more convenient for travelers when it comes to cleansing. Basically, whenever you board a plane, right, the TSA or whatever airline you're flying with, English, come on. They have their own restrictions in terms of what you're allowed to bring on the plane as a carry-on. Specifically, what types of liquids you're allowed to bring. And I think the 311 rule is the 3 ounce, 1 bag, or 3 ounce, 1 bag per, and one per person, or whatever. There's this whole rule out there where you have to fit everything in one bag and everything has to be under like 3 ounces, which is under 100 mils. But basically, this applies to liquids. And because the cleansing powder is a powder and not a liquid, you don't have to worry about this being in your carry-on. This just goes in with your supplements or whatever. Actually, no, I think supplements fall under liquids. You just pop this in your backpack or whatever. I just got a thunderstorm flood watch warning. Again, subtropical climate. They were right. All you have to do is activate this powder with a generous amount of water. It will lather into this plush mochi texture. It's super gentle on the skin, and the granular nature of the matcha helps to exfoliate the skin. Keep in mind that you have to mix the powder well with the water because I noticed that there are clumps of green matcha on my skin when it's not mixed properly. Overall, this is a solid A kind of cleanser. I liked it. I like this one over the rice ones because I feel like the rice ones, they have a rougher texture. This one with the matcha, it's so gentle, and I feel like because it's matcha, the grains, is that what you call it? The grains of matcha, or the granular bits of matcha, it's much softer and less harsh than the ones I've tried in the past, so I do prefer this one over the others. I think it does a great job in clearing my pores without leaving my skin feeling tight or dry. Of course, you will have to follow up with some kind of hydrating or moisturizing product, but for the most part, after rinsing, I did not feel that immediate tight pulling sensation. I also feel like it's a really good investment for those of you who travel a lot because this one comes in really handy. Moving on to the Ginger Vitamin C Shot Serum. I was really impressed by its watery texture. It actually reminds me a lot of my favorite vitamin C serum by Neogen, and because this serum uses vitamin tree water and a stable form of vitamin C, you get that beautiful thin viscosity. The serum comes in a gorgeous glass bottle with a really airtight pipette. Of course, once you open the bottle, you should use up the serum within 6 months. It should not turn to orange or brown because this product product uses a stable form of vitamin C, but you also don't want to f around and find out if it will spoil like unstable vitamin C. Do your skin a favor and also your wallet a favor. Don't waste this product. It's a really good serum, but you have to use it every single night and finish using this as soon as possible. I feel like this is one of those slow burn serums. As someone who tries, tests, and reviews skincare products, I can't afford to spend a whole year non-stop with just one serum. Overall, this is a really beautifully formulated serum that I reach for, or at least I try to reach for every single night. I would give it an A- for now, only because I feel like this does take a really long time to see results. If you actually don't mind the instability of pure vitamin C, I would recommend going for Neogen's vitamin C serum. But if you really want a gentle vitamin C serum that will not oxidize, that will not turn bad really quickly, then I would actually recommend this one. This is not a bad choice at all. I also really like the ginger in this because the ginger is a really good antioxidant and also a really good hydrator. Next, we have the collaboration products between Delphyr and Milky Dew. This is what the internet calls the taro boba cream because it looks like a jar of purple boba. Personally, I think that this is a really good marketing gimmick. I'm so sorry, Delphyr, but this product did nothing for my skin except leave a thick layer of goo on my face. If anything, this one broke me out pretty badly, like over here. It was like a painful acne and I still remember it. It's also not really comfortable to use, and I'm actually not a fan of the capsule balls of bakuchiol being separated from the panthenol gel. I was so tempted to mix this up like the way James Welch did with some of his capsule creams, but then I was like, maybe I'll just keep this in the original state in case I ever want to photograph it or record other B-rolls with it. I do like the ingredients in this product. I feel like everything I've seen in this I really liked, but maybe it's just the formulation that I didn't really gel with. Unintended. But again, my conclusion really boils down to the formulation and the user experience. If you have dry and dehydrated skin, then I can see how this cream would be very beneficial for you. My oily skin felt really suffocated with this moisturizer, so I'm gonna give it a C+. Again, I think it's just a gimmick. It's pure gimmick. It's really Instagrammable. It gives you some kind of shock value on the internet. And I do applaud Delphyr for being one of the first K-beauty brands to launch a bakuchiol moisturizer. I think they are one of the first, or maybe they are the first. Personally, I haven't seen a bakuchiol moisturizer, and that's kind of shocking because bakuchiol's been around for like, what, 4 years in this industry, being like an active star ingredient. The Aquateca Calming Sun Serum is one of the most interesting sunscreens I've come across in years. It has a syrupy texture that's very sticky. This is a chemical sunscreen that does not leave a white cast, but the application process is very strange. It goes on your skin as a green jelly, but when you rub the sunscreen into your skin, you'll notice a temporary white film before it turns clear again. It does contain calming ingredients like Centella asiatica, aloe vera, adenosine. I did notice that there are capsules in the sun serum as well, and it goes back to what I said earlier. Delphyr is really strategic when it comes to skincare delivery systems, so I believe the capsules are another form of liposomes. However, I'm not really sure what the liposomes are delivering, but I'm safely assuming that these capsules are encapsulating the UV filters that are meant to deliver sun protection to your skin. If not that, it might be any kind of active or star ingredients that they're trying to deliver into your skin. If you want to know the exact UV filters, I'll leave them on the screen for you. I am on the fence with this sun serum. It really feels like a serum. As you can see, it's just like a jelly serum, but it is so sticky and greasy. I really appreciate the innovative technology and the overall quality of the sunscreen, but I think a traditional sunscreen is more of my jam. I'm giving this sunscreen a B+. Oily skin types might find this sun serum a bit thick and uncomfortable, like myself, and my eyes stung a lot whenever I use the sunscreen, so I don't really recommend this for sensitive skin types. I'm also not a fan of the citrus scent of the sunscreen because it's just way too much. I still think it's a very exciting product, but I also think that beyond the gimmick, this sunscreen isn't better than your average Skin 1004 or Round Lab sunscreen. It is so sticky, oh my gosh. It's weird because it's sticky, but then the texture is so gorgeous. I love how it just glides on my skin, but then once you're done applying it, it's just so sticky. And yeah, this smell, oh my gosh. Honestly, I think the citrus scent that smells really artificial is the reason why I knocked this down by so many points. But this glow, Gotta love it. Gotta love it for the glow. And that is all for this video. I hope you found this video to be helpful. This is a fairly new skincare brand in the market, so I'm sure there's not much information on the internet. But I also really like to debunk skincare products. So if you also like these types of videos, please let me know in the comments below. Just to wrap up this video, this is a viral product. I would say this is worth the hype. This one, I would say on the fence about it. I'm not really sure. If you have the budget, great. If you don't have the budget, just skip this one. This one is a no. This one, if they reformulate it, removed the fragrance, somehow fix up the stickiness of this, then this one is a great sun serum. Thank you, Anne from Delphyr, for sending over these products for us to try. 감사합니다. And don't forget, stay tuned for my next Delphyr review coming very soon. As usual, I will leave all the product links in the down bar below for you guys to check out in case you guys are interested. Please help this channel grow by subscribing and sharing this video with your friends and family. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, be safe, stay hydrated, and most importantly, be gentle with yourself. I mean it. 안녕. Come back for more. 주세요, 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 주세요.